50 Cent and Cuban Link's relationship again. But girl, go on, girl. I ain't mad at you, get it, but like, yeah, okay. I am in love with 50 Cent. Like, I love him. And I love him so much, I even want to see him happy, even though he ain't with me, right? And I want him to have a really amazing type of kind of woman who's like very similar to my characteristics and my traits and things like that, who's as gorgeous and fine and sexy and fun as I am. And I wanted to do a video today talking about 50 Cent and Cuban Link, but not about 50 Cent. It's more about the woman and how we in our presence can be able to tame a man like 50 Cent. Now, if y'all seen like how 50 Cent is kind of like changed up a little bit, he done changed up his game, how he make his moves and some of the stuff that he talk about, you really don't see him going in like he used to go in on people too. And then when the Megan Thee Stallion, my baby, my boo, when he was talking about her, 50 Cent is not the type of person to like apologize, okay? At least from what I know of just, you know, watching him from behind the scenes or behind the stage or something. But anyway, but you know, 50 Cent is not usually the type of person to apologize. And you can really tell that the type of person that he's becoming, or the person that was always really in him and he's never really been, especially when he's talking about women or demeaning women or being disrespectful and things of that nature. And I still love him though. But he apologized to Megan Thee Stallion. My son called her Megan the E Stallion. When he apologized to her when he was making fun about the domestic violence situation of her being shot in her foot. And he apologized to her. And I know they ain't had nothing to do but with his boo. And if you guys even seen some of Cuban Link's, you know, when she's talking about something, just her whole aura I really love, you know. But she'll be like, don't worry, ladies, I'm hit him in the head. You know, like a woman who know how to take care of her man, love on her man, have fun with her man, and be a woman who also supports him, but tell him when he's wrong. And for 50 Cent to kind of be like, whatever you say, baby, that we want to know what are some things that she's doing. And so for me, I've been in few relationships. You know, I've only had like really 2 full-fledged relationships that I've been in. I guess kind of a couple of more, but they was like no more than like a year or 2 years old. So I feel like the place right now that I've become the woman that I wanted to be, and of course getting better every day. And this video is that how do we get a man like 50 Cent, tame a man, and be able to get a man to be able to be the person that we want to be. And it doesn't start with the man, it starts with us. And so today, that's what this video is about. It's about us becoming the woman that our man needs us to be, for his happiness and for our peace as well. And it just feels good when you are a genuine person, a really good person, and a person that a man that like 50 Cent, you know, because, you know, he had quite a few different women that we, you know, seen over time that he's been with. And I've never really paid attention, but for some reason with this relationship, and of course, you know, it's just kind of like a joke that I really do adore him, like as a man, like that would be my man. But I really do appreciate the man that he is, but I appreciate even more the woman that he's allowed to come into his life. And what can we take from his Cuban Link of being able, and I know she said she hates that name, but how do we take from what she is and who she is as a woman to be able to get a man? And the girl is only, I think, 24, 25 years old. Like, you out here snatching 40-year-olds like that, boo? Like, I was snatching them up at 24 like that, you know? Like, prestige, but it's because, again, who the woman she is. And so I just wanted to kind of give you guys some tips of me just kind of watching some stuff and paying attention to who she is. And actually, like, I went into YouTube to see actually who this woman is. Any video that she was involved in, I made sure that I watched, is because I'm like, I really want to see who this woman was. Because again, the first thing that I paid attention is that she sure got this man under control. She taming this fool. She getting him where he like, hold up, I'm apologizing now, you know. And in all honesty, that situation with the whole, you know, Megan being shot in her foot was some bullshit. But 50 is changing, and of course he's getting mature, but we have a woman who's making him even more mature. We want to be able to take a couple of different things. We want to take from this what she do, okay, to get him, okay, without her even saying, because she'd be like, why y'all be all up in my business? I love the girl's attitude. Like, she's a sweet girl, a sweet woman. She's a sweet woman But she's also like, don't come for me. I don't play those games with you. She'll put somebody in a place like in a minute. And I just happen to love that for someone to be able to respectfully take up for herself, to not let nobody be like, you're not about to belittle or do any trash talk over here. And I appreciate that. But how she is able to, again, she got 50 Cent because of the woman she is. What she's doing, of what I've kind of like seen just like in a background of like paying attention to their Instagram and all the other kind of stuff, or her videos, of seeing the type of woman that she is. It was on my heart that I wanted to do this video because I wanted to talk about what us women can do to get the man of our dreams, the man that we want. For me, I got a whole full list, and I'm gonna show y'all my list. I have a whole full list of what it is that I want in a man, because I know now what I don't want, and I'm studying adding to what I love about men. And I love my black men. I love them, you know, but we all have room to grow, to get better. And I'm just watching how 50 Cent is just kind of transforming into this person of like light and love and, you know, smiling or whatever. We've never seen him do this kind of smiling or even interact with a woman the way he's interacting with her. And that's the type of relationship that I am, you know, that I'm looking for. And I know that all of us want, because it's time out for the chaos, the drama, the arguing, the fighting, the never on the same page. We bickering about a bill and bickering about who's gonna pick up the kids. You know, the sex life is horrible. We never smile. Like, I hate, as when I used to be a server, I was like, you would see people like sitting at a table and they were reading a book or on their phone. Like, I don't want a relationship like that. Like, first, take an evaluation of yourself as a woman, okay? What are the things that we need to do in order to make us better? We know the stuff like, oh, sometimes my attitude is bad. Ooh, I always kind of pop off the mouth like I've never listened. Ooh, I curse too much. Or, you know, ooh, I don't like getting myself together. Or, ooh, I got on too much makeup. Or, ooh, I need to kind of get rid of this stomach a little bit. You know, ooh, I want to become a little bit more godly so God can send me the man that is that he wants. Like, there's things that we can do if we take a real evaluation of ourselves, of who we are as a woman. The men that you've talked to before, was it a man who like brought out the best in you? Like, what type of men are we choosing? That's another part of evaluating ourselves. Like, are we choosing the man that we believe is going to be good for us? Or are we choosing the thug? You know, I ain't gonna need much lie. I love a little thuggish in my man, a little bit, okay? You know, I don't want you just square. Like, I was just talking to one of my homegirls, and she was like, girl, he kind of square. You know, he's like an engineer and very techie or whatever. And I was like, oh, he cute, he fine. But she was like, yeah, he has a mouth on him and his sex is horrible. I don't want that kind of man. And then your mouth is bad on top of your mouth is bad on top of your sex being bad. You gotta pick and choose your battles, homeboy. So you can't come have a bad mouth and you got a bad down there too, okay? So the key to this is evaluate who you are, because if you evaluate yourself, it's going to be easier for you to be able to see the BS when it's coming. It's going to be easier for you to be like, oh no, I don't really like that, you know. Or for me, I am a changed woman. I am nowhere near the person I used to be, and I can say that smiling, because I promise you, I was a bitch. I was, but not in a way like always just like, you know, do this, and you don't ever make me happy. It was just like, I've always been a person to, you know, want better for myself and always trying to achieve more. And so when I was dating someone who wasn't trying to achieve that, I'd be like, well, why are you playing a game all day? Like, don't you want to go and do something? Or trying to encourage him to go to school and things of that nature. So, or when I'm talking to a guy and he's in business, I'm always trying to figure out a way, well, how can I be able to help him in his business, to be able to help him grow? We don't have to be together. That's not why I'm helping you. It's just in my heart that I just always want to be able to see somebody else succeed. And if it's some information that I have, I want to be able to share with that. But evaluating myself. Sometimes you talk too much. Everybody ain't got to know that you're a businesswoman, and everybody you ain't got to go help. He ain't ask you for your help and tell you and asking you what he should do to make his business better. He probably be, you know, content with where he is. I need to be okay with that or whatever, and ask, like, you know, well, are you open for suggestions of, you know, me giving you my advice of what I think you could do to kind of make your business grow even better? For me to ask that, because I go push myself. So me evaluating myself, don't push myself on a man. Like, a real man don't want a woman who's gonna push on him, like, you know, her beliefs and whatever. Supporting him is one different thing than pushing him. And I had to learn what the difference was. So my evaluation was that don't go in trying to change a person's life. Don't go in trying to change them. Accept them for who they are, and for me to be able to see if I can help, and ask if they want my help, instead of me just digging deep into it as if I want. Again, also too, I believe I curse like a seller. So that's a change in me, is because a real man, I'm not gonna say a real man because again I love a thug. So a thug, they'd be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can have the whole conversation and be like, yeah, high-fiving each other, right? But what if the man that God sends for me is not that type of man? So again, me evaluating myself of what I need to change, what I need to do different, how do I need to be better? But I'm just saying, evaluate yourself so that you can see what changes you need to make. Evaluate the old guys that you chosen. So, you know, women who are battered, because, you know, my heart is into domestic violence. A woman who's battered, how come all men she's talked to, let's just say she's, you know, 30 years old and you've had 3 or 4 men in your life, how come every man was a man who can call you a bitch? How come every man was a man that, you know, was telling you what to do and how to wear it and then you just received it? How is a man was able to slap the piss taste out your mouth and, you know, and then you choose another man just like that? We have to at some point evaluate ourselves to see what's wrong within us and for us to try to get better, so that we can be the woman, and mine is a man, so that we can enjoy our lives, so that we can be at peace with ourselves, because every day is the day that we're getting better. And it makes you feel good when you evaluate something and decide to make a change, and now this is what I want to do for myself, or, you know, ooh, I look good, or, ooh, you know, I'm not the person that I used to be. I can say happily that I'm not the person that I used to be, and I'm very thankful that I decided to change. And now, because I've changed, I no longer meet the old guys that I used to. No one is ever, nobody is like my ex-husband. Like, he lets I'm not gonna call him a horrible person. That's because I'm not gonna be here to judge. He lets the devil use him all the time. And so my goal is keep the devil out of my house. Keep the devil out of my bed. So when I see something, I make sure I pay attention. But again, it went with me changing who I was and what I wanted for me to become a better person, that I just want people who's gonna bring joy, light, and smiles and happiness to my life. So first one was to evaluate yourself. So now, a part of the evaluation, what do you bring to the table? So if you have a guy who, let's say we meet a mechanic, right? So we meet a mechanic, he got his own shop and things of the nature, you know, and I'm a hairstylist and I got my own shop, right? So business-wise, we kind of mesh together because, you know, I got my business, you got your business, and how can we bring those businesses together if we decided to be together? How do we bring these businesses together so that we can support one another and, you know, enjoy the life that we set out for? But what if you are one who, you're a waitress and you meet the same mechanic guy, and he, you know, he interested in you, but he interested in because of everything that he see. He's interested in because of what he think he can get. He's not interested in making you better because you're a waitress and he got his own mechanic shop over here, and he ain't offering you to go to school or any of that kind of stuff. But that's okay. Are you trying to get yourself in school? Are you like, okay, so for the next 10 years, I'm going to be a waitress, and nothing is wrong with waitresses. I did it for a real long time, make some really good money. And I shout out to all my waitresses out there, because I know y'all be dealing with some BS. What are you doing to become more than just a waitress? Like, are you trying to go to school? Or you trying to start a business? Or, you know, you trying to open up your own restaurant? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you bringing to a table? Because a man who is a real man, he don't need your money. Now, I know some of these men like want to be taken care of. Don't do that either. Okay, we ain't nobody's mama. We ain't trying to save nobody. So I'm not bringing some, you know, you bringing like your own like persona, you bringing your own flair, you bring like becoming your own person. That girl Cuban Link, she know who she is. She already, before she even met 50 Cent, was already in law school. Or was she going to law school? Something like that or whatever. But I know she's in school with like a lawyer. I think she said something that she's trying to be a corporate lawyer. Like, automatically, when 50 Cent saw her, of course, she's beautiful. She's fine. She's sexy as hell, to be honest about it. I love beautiful women, and she's a beautiful ass woman. But she also has her own life going on. She is, you know, now she got her own workout stuff. You know, I think she has over 800,000 followers. I know she's in school. Like, she has her own life. You don't just see her like on 50 Cent, every other thing that he got going on, like she running, dragging behind him like a little puppy. Nah, baby, I got my own thing going on. Which too, now you got more power in this relationship, is because I don't need you. I'm here because I want to. She don't need 50 Cent. Yeah, he's going to be a great addition to her and to be able to give her more of the things in the life that she probably wouldn't have because of his status already and the money that he already has. But she already has her own. So what are you bringing to the table? Are you looking at yourself like, you know what, man, I'm a catch. I know I can bring this. But don't bring your mouth. Your mouth does not mean you got everything together because you say so. Are you really bringing something to the table that's going to add value to that man? Are you bringing your own to the table where I don't need you? I want you to be here because I want you here, not because I need you. So what are you bringing to the table and having your own? And if you are, 18, 19, 20-year-old or whatever, right now for you, my young people who's probably watching this, like how to get a man, baby, focus on you and enjoy life. I know someone and she's always talking about having a man and and everything that she wants to do it involves a man. And I'd be like, baby, you can go get out. God can bless you with all of the things that you're looking for, where you're trying to go in life before he even bring you your man. Focus on that. Worry about that first. Like, what do I bring to this table? Anything that a man can come and get me, I can get for myself. You know why? It's because I had when a man was taking care of me and he was talking crazy to me because he was bringing money to the table. When he started making more money to me, because at first, remember, I added value because I added value by investing in him first. And when that man got that money, that man was like, hold up, well, I can do da-da-da-da. I'll never be in that situation again. I do want a man who's equal to me or who's more than me. Okay. Now let's be very clear about that. Whether you work a 9 to 5, you got your own business or whatever it is that you do, that means that you're going to bring to the table, and we both bring it to the table. It's not one or the other. So what value do you have that you're bringing? For my young girls, get your life together, baby. Get your body together. Get your finances together. Get your mind together. We are sometimes with so much gunk and junk that we have been through that we're holding on to, and there's no way for us to be able to get to the next relationship. Again, that's what you adding value to yourself and getting yourself together, getting your mind right, getting your heart right, letting go of the bull crap that happened. If I was to write a book about it, my book would be endless, okay? But of all of the bull crap that I've allowed myself to go through, I no longer blame anybody else for what I've been through. I put myself through that because I decided to stay. What value do you bring to a relationship so you can make a decision on if you want to stay or not? That is going to be a key. I want to be able to have options to be able to move around, leave when I want to. But if you stuck because you need somebody, get yourself together, get your paper right, get your mind right, get everything right about you that you want, and then focus on that great man that you're looking for. Touching him, that's something I see. Oh my goodness. I see, like, whenever they're together, I think I've seen like a couple of like their little posters and pictures or whatever where like he's kind of like sitting over to the side or whatever. But for the most part, like you'll see her kind of like whispering, like she'll be whispering in his ear, like he'll be come close, and or they kind of like right up under each other's neck. Like, it's so sexy to just even much watch it. Like, it's a beautiful sight. And I know we not watching something fake. Okay, because if a girl don't like somebody, like when I'm mad at, I don't really want to be up under you. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm majority of that time, but again, you can tell that this girl loves a lot about herself, that she has a lot going on because of what she brought to the table before she even got with him, that she's very comfortable in her skin. She's very confident in herself, which makes it way even more sexy. So guess what? So baby, I want to touch you. You know, one thing that I do when I'm driving, when I'm in a passenger seat or whatever, I'm going to rub on his ear. If he bald, I'm going to rub on his head. Ugh, if he got a beard, I'm gonna be all like this here, just driving, okay? He driving the car, and don't get us into an accident, boo, because I'm rubbing all on you though. But it makes a man feels wanted. It makes him feel sexy, like you're attached to him. You know what I'm saying? So rubbing on this arm or rubbing on this leg, if y'all at the table or at the bar together, whatever, you kind of like rub it on this knee a little bit, like, you know, you just kind of like, you know. And again, these are things that make a man be like, hold up, I ain't had a woman do that before. Now, another touching. I get this all the time. And I don't do it a lot. I only do it a lot if I see that like this is potential for me and him to go somewhere. So I probably done it about 4 or 5 dudes or whatever. Massaging a man's feet. Do not do this early on though. This is not a first, second, third, fourth date. This is a 10th, 12th, 15th date. And we not able to massage the feet. Okay, we able to do some massages or whatever. Okay, like we want to see where his mind at, see where his spirit at, because we're not gonna give everything off at one time. But going to the bar, getting to know somebody, second or third date, you can kind of like just kind of like sit a little bit close to him. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like let him know I'm right here. Like kind of rub on his arm a little bit. I'll be like, well, I sure love that mustache, right? You're just touching, okay, being affectionate. That makes him, because everybody's so stuck into themselves of what's going on right now. We forget being connected. Everything is social media. Everything is, DMs, and everything is text messages. Okay. Now let that man know, babe, I just wanted to hear your voice. What you doing? Like, how your day going? Like, just something real quick. I was just calling to check. I ain't on that. I just wanted to hear your voice. Make a man feel special, okay? Like, I saw on one of the videos with Cuban and 50 there, they were like, I've said it like I know them, like, we sitting in the same room. Hey, Cuban, hey, 50. But no, I saw one of the videos where he was talking about an NAACP award that he had won. And she was like, I didn't know you had that. That's like pretty cool. Like, she didn't know something about him winning those NAACP awards, and she commended him right then and there. Like, that's really cool. Like, that's basically saying, like, I'm proud of you. Like, that's so cool. Like, I'm impressed. A man wants to know that, what he's doing and stuff like that. Like, and that's something women, we gotta stop doing. Like, don't nag. I'm a nagger. Okay, but I now just pick and choose what I'm nagging about, because I don't want him feeling uncomfortable all the time. Because if you feeling uncomfortable all the time, you're gonna make me uncomfortable, and I don't want to be in that space. I want to be in a space of peace and love and happiness and joy. Like, hey, what can we do? Let's have a good time. Like, hey, right? So we want to make sure touching, being affectionate, rubbing on his bald head, rubbing on that beard. If you got a big old belly, go on, rub on that little big girl. Like, just go on, right? Again, even in bed, watching a game or whatever. I'm not a sports person or whatever, but I go sit down with him for like about 10 minutes and put my feet across him or whatever, just kind of lay my head on his shoulder. It's just affection, and there's not enough of it. And with all of the fights that we got going on in the world, let's bring some love into the house, because it's enough going on out there. Let's make our home and our sanctuary the place of love and place of peace and joy, right? So, okay, let me see. That what I said before, smiling and laughing. You can tell they have a lot of fun together. They're always laughing together. And when you're laughing together, it makes.
Don't put me on the spot.
Come on now.
Pole, baby. Pole, baby. I hear that all day. Pole, baby. Pole. Yamani. I hear that all day.
Relationship of something that I've just noticed, that they're always laughing and joking and stuff like that, and kind of poking at each other. Like, it's just kind of like again, early on, I never knew what that was. Now I do. I love making him laugh. I love making him smile. And he does the exact same thing for me. And I'm telling you, that energy of just like, that energy is just so full. It just makes me full, because it makes it where it's like, dang, this is fun. When I thought that relationships was just hard and you got to put so much effort into it and you're trying to convince somebody to something, like, no, if we already talk to each other in calm voices and kindness and laughter and joking with each other and pranking each other and, making fun of when somebody do something stupid. Like, I know he hate me talking about his snoring. So it's a joke for us, because he not used to nobody talking about his snoring, right? And I'm a snorer, so I'm used to, but it's a joke. You was over there snoring with your mouth wide open and you was drooling. I'm like, shut up. Like, don't be trying to talk about me. Don't come in. You had your mouth open too, with your mouth all open. And again, it's fun. It just brings it where, we are wanting to know each other, or wanting to enjoy life together. If all we doing is arguing and fighting and bickering and talking about each other and disrespecting each other and being mean, that I'm telling you right here and right now, that's a relationship that's not going to last long. If it does last, you're going to be miserable. And that is not what this life is about. This life is about enjoying everything and everybody in it, whoever God blesses you with. Let's enjoy every moment. But we get to create that. We get to create that enjoyment. And when we see that someone is not bringing that type of energy here, blocked, gots to go. Don't talk to me again. Don't call me no more. That's just what it is. Okay. All right, let me see, laugh lot. So one of their stories was about not being thirsty. This is how she proved that she wasn't thirsty. So they had one of the videos that they were talking about of when their first meeting was, and he was like, man, she sent me in a dress to a restaurant. And she was like, what you thought I was gonna send you a dress to my house? He was like, yeah, everybody sent me in a dress to the house. You see how she stood out? I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like anybody else who's thirsty, like I need you and I want you. Like, yeah, cool, we going out for dinner. Thank you for asking me out or whatever. But I don't need you picking up me. I don't know you. I don't know if you're a mass murderer killer. And I think she end up saying something like that in her video, that I didn't know you like that. I'm not giving you an address. And other women, no shade against anybody, to each his own. But for me, let's be a little bit different. Boy, I don't even know you like that. Like for a guy, if I just met a new guy, no, you can't come pick me up at my house. No, I'm good. No, I'm gonna meet you there. Cause if I meet you there, I don't even know if I'm gonna like you. So I'm not getting in no car with no stranger. Even it's probably gonna take me about a good 2-3 weeks if we going out, you know, regularly at that point, trying to get to know each other, for me to be comfortable with me even going to your house. For my house, I don't allow nobody to come unless I've known you for a good while. It's because, again, I'm a single mom, and this is a place where I lay my head and where my children lay their head, and I don't know if anybody crazy, and I don't need you to be all up at my house. And I had one incident where I had a guy that I had broke up with, and then he kept sending flowers to my house. I don't want your flowers. But we had only been talking for 3 months, and I should have kept it where you never even came to my house. Like, I just keep going to your house or something like that. So that's a rule just for me. Everybody's different, but I just know it's crazies out here, and I ain't nobody coming to my house, period. So be very careful with that, because crazy stuff is happening. So I don't even order the food things, the delivery company. I don't even get them to be able to bring food to my house, because I don't know you, and I don't want people coming to my house, like, because I know people are crazy. All right, so yeah. So anyway, so with that being said, like, she did not meet him at her house. She gave him an address to the restaurant, and he said he didn't know where the address was to the restaurant. But kudos to her, like, for real though, because I don't know you, and I'm so comfortable in who I am. I don't need you, boo. Like, if you gonna meet me, you gonna meet me where it is I sent you the address to. And what did she say? She made something like, but you came back, right? So there, even after that point of her making sure she protect herself first, she was not thirsty. When you show a man you thirsty for him, that's when they start treating you bad. When you show a man you're thirsty for him, that's when they start talking to you and every other woman. And I read something, and he said something around the lines that us women are like bucket lists, are on men's bucket list. Like, if you a girl with a coochie, not even a pretty girl, if you're a girl with a coochie, you are on men's bucket list, but just to be able to cross you off. Now, if you like a Cuban Link type of girl, for another man to, let's just not talk about 50, even 50 though, like, that's a bucket list type of girl. You know, like, you want to be a bucket list type of girl, and it's not that jump all in, like, oh, I'm so glad you're interested in me, and oh, I just been looking for you, and I always liked you, and da-da-da-da. You know, like, you all kind of like extra thirsty for him. Like, we not no boppers. I know that ain't what y'all use no more, they ain't the word, but we don't bop off them. We let them bop off us. So with that being said, we're gonna be classy with it. We're gonna sit back and kind of, just, be sexy with it. Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, yeah, nice. And, oh, yeah, you cool. You all right. You ain't got to pump up his ego that fast or whatever. But when you show me and you that thirsty is when they kind of like do whatever it is that they want. The harder you play, the more he gonna stay. Okay? And again, why ain't nobody put this out when I was growing up trying to give me the game? Like, well, I had to be in my late 30s and stuff, trying to figure stuff out in my life like that or whatever. But it's because everything was a perfect timing for me to be in the place that I'm at. So I accept that though. So let's not show us no thirsty. Pull back a little bit. Be a little reserved. Be a little, kind of bougie. Like, it's so good to see you, whatever. And when you leave on that date, we don't get no kisses. We don't go back to the house or whatever. And when you leave on that date, we're not going nowhere else. Kind of like move around a little bit. No, I already have some other plans and all this other kind of stuff. Don't be thirsty. If you try this one trick that I'm telling you and not acting thirsty, you will see exactly how a man will run a little bit more behind you. All right, let me see. She has her own business. You have your own thing. She's not saying I want to be a single 50 and come and put me down and I want to do this. She has her own thing. And that impresses a man. When you have your own life and your own things and your own, like, everything, like who you are as a person, like, being locked up don't mean that we gonna have just me and you and that's what my life is about. No, being locked up mean, baby, okay, cool, baby, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to school, I gotta go run this business, I gotta go and take care of family. Oop, I gotta go to the gym. Oh no, I gotta go get my hair done. Oop, I'm gonna go to the spa. Everything not just about him. It's about having your own thing. Kudos, girl. All right, so what we got next? sassy attitude. Okay, two different things I'm gonna say: sassy attitude, but also putting him in his place, but being respectful. So the sassy attitude, you will see when she's on her lives and stuff that she's kind of talking about girls who are or people responses, whatever. She be like, "Why are you even asking me that question?" Like, you know, do you? I think it was she said something, ain't show something, and she was like, "Who even taught you how to talk?" Like she'll go off. But when you see her with 50, like she's very mild mannered, and you know, he'll say something or whatever, and she'll kind of like laugh it off and just kind of be funny and be like, "Oh, shut up," or whatever. You can tell that she really is a very kind person, but if you take her there, she'll go there easily. And I'm sure it ain't no different with 50. We just see her smiles and bubbles on screen. We don't know what's going on when she ain't getting her way. But her sassy attitude is attractive. When you go all that yes sir, no sir type of thing or whatever, like, you know, being a yes woman, a yes person, that sucks, because then you're putting yourself in situations that you don't really want to be in. And with this young woman here, and I already can tell that they had a couple situations is going on or whatever, because you will see that you don't see them for a while, or pictures are missing on their Instagram and stuff like that. Like you can tell that they probably ain't together or something that happened. But again, that's still more kudos to her too, is because you're not gonna do me any kind of way and I feel some type of way, and I don't know who's initiating what, but I can just tell with her persona that she's not gonna just take no crap from nobody. I don't care who you are. So being a little sassy with being respectful and playful, though, again, that's something I'm still working on and that I'm learning, is that don't be always have that mouth open like you run everything. Like, no, pull back a little bit and be a woman, be a lady, and like let the man take control. And that can be hard to do for some people if you've always been in control. But for me, I'm just learning. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Be quiet. Everything ain't worth saying. Every issue, picking and choosing your battles. So as a woman, I am learning. Close that mouth up sometimes. Like, stop saying everything that you feel. Stop saying everything that you think. Because it's a turn off for men. Okay? So again, we try to learn. We can be sassy and be cute with it, but we need to know when to be able to turn it off. Okay? And then again, it says, make him feel like a kid with you. 50 Cent definitely feels like a kid with this girl. But again, I think it's because of her personality and her character, who she is, that she's really fun. She looks like she's always having a good time with him. They definitely are really great communicators. They talk a lot. That's something in relationships that I've always prided myself on, is talking a lot. Sometimes too much time, talking so much. But I'm now learning, like, listen to him, he listens to me, let's have a good time. And when you make a man feel like a kid, it just kind of makes him like, man, I ain't never had a relationship like this. Like, you're fun. Like, you know, I've heard before, it's like, I've never met a woman like you before. And again, that's because I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to learn my ways and trying to become a better person of who I am. Because if I'm a better person, when I get into a relationship, I'm going to make both of us good. But I also want to make sure that he's a good person too, bringing goodness into my life as well. So you want your man, like I said, you know, you massage your man's feet or whatever and kind of make him tickle and make him laugh or whatever. Y'all do a pillow fight, and, you know, so y'all make a bet. Oh, I'm the first one to be like, let's bet. I bet you this. I bet you that. I bet you $20. I bet you this. I bet your head. Whatever bet I can take, like, I'd be like, let's go, you know. So again, that's the bubbly, that's the fun, that's the, you know, let's watch a movie together and do some popcorn or whatever. Let's make a bet. You can massage my feet, or I got to massage your feet, and the winner lose, whoever to win, you got to massage for 20 minutes. Have fun in your relationship. It opens up a brand new door to birth both of your personalities, and it opens up the dynamics of your relationship, that when crazy stuff going on, we still know how to have a good time. When we mad, we know how to work it out. When you playful like that, if everything is serious and, you know, just drama and chaotic and mean, like I said, I know what that is like. And this is why I'm having this conversation with you, because I wish somebody would have had this conversation with me for me to be a better woman. Okay, but mine started with a whole lot of underlying issues that, you know, just whatever. So there's probably not too much she can give 50 that he don't already have, but she can definitely treat him a way that another woman has not treated him, which again, while we seeing a different side of 50 Cent. And I want to be a change to a man where he be like, I want to be better because of you. Like, I want to watch my mouth because of you. I want to not do this because of you. Like I said, and y'all know 50 go in on people. You really haven't seen him do that. But you know what? Because he probably tied up over here with his new boo thing, who's making him a better person. Even if he does not see it or even feel that way. And everybody can, people got all, want to kind of like got comments or whatever saying this and that about him or about her or whatever. To each his own, and none of us are here to judge anybody. We don't really know what's going on in their relationship, including myself. This is just me speculating what I think it is, of me just seeing of a really good woman to a man who to a man who's like always going off on somebody. And he's playful because of how he jokes and always talking about people, but this side of him we have not seen. And also he's a little bit more reserved too. And again, the whole thing with the Megan Thee Stallion of him apologizing to her, 50 don't apologize. And it's definitely, we know Megan is a really good woman, and she's definitely different from a lot of women, especially in the industry that she in, where everybody's bickering or whatever, and she's been neutral with everybody and showing love to everybody. So she deserved an apology, just because you can tell she's not like everybody else. But 50 changing, Cuban Link doing it. So this is my list. So this is my list here. So I believe in manifestation, meditation, all stuff like this here. So I wrote down a letter that says happily ever after. And so this is a card that I found that I wanted, and me manifesting who my husband's going to be. And can y'all see that long list? That's a long list. Like, I'm now running out of room, is because whenever I find something, or something happens with the guy, or I see something, I'm like, ooh, I want that. I add it to my list. So this is my full list. Now, most of the guys that I've dated, I've had this list for about, I'm going to say definitely over a year. Probably like 2 years now. It's been almost 2 years since I've had this, and I just keep adding to the list. I know what I don't like. I know what I don't want. And so, but I put on the things that I want. When you're manifesting and talking to the universe, you don't talk about the stuff you want. You talk about all the things that you want. So this is my list. And again, like this long list of what it is that I want. So for me, I put down what it is that I like and what I want. And kissing on my forehead is one of those things, because it's a term of endearment. A man who wants to take care of you, who, treating you special, who you're basically like his prize, and not his possession, but like you're more like his prize, and something that he cherishes, more like that. So for me, a kiss on the forehead means that he cherishes me. Now, and that didn't happen with a lot of guys, but like I said, this guy here in particular was somebody who I really cared about a lot. Unfortunately, it did not work out, but I took a lot of his characteristics and who he was and the things that he did for me, and that he's shown me of how I should be treated as a woman, that I included it inside of my card. So,
ladies, be sure to come on over to We Love Yoni, where you'll find nothing but natural, organic, feminine, vaginal products that I think that you will love. Come check them out. One of our favorites is the Yoni Detox Pearls, which helps cleanse out the vajayjay. A little bit tighter, a little bit wetter, and I think your man would definitely notice a difference if that's one of the ways we're trying to do what? Catch our man's heart. Come check out the website and use the discount code in the description.